You had an interesting comment about the Iraq War. Condoleezza Rice obviously last night went over to Iraq. She's there right now. A lot of people waking up to that news. And you commented that you're not one of these people that are against the war because you think it was mishandled. You were saying you can't manage a bad war. Is that right?
That is exactly the point. A bad war is when you start it yourselves and you go in there without a declaration. You don't know who the real target is. There's no real enemy. It becomes a political war. Actually, one of the reasons we went in there and gave the president this authority was to enforce UN resolutions. Now, you can't manage that. And some of the candidates now who voted for the war complain only, oh, it's being mismanaged. I can manage this war much better. No, you're exactly right. It's overall policy. It's foreign policy. I want the foreign policy of the Founding Fathers, the foreign policy of George Bush of the year 2000, the humble foreign policy and no nation building, no policing of the world. That's what I want. That's what the American people want. Besides, we can't afford this foreign policy anymore. We're going broke, and we have to quit before it collapses on us.
Let me ask you about other wars, whether you supported them or not, whether, again, just so people have a better understanding of your view of foreign policy. What about the first Gulf War? Did you support or oppose that?
No, I did not, because there was no declaration. We weren't attacked. Our national security was not threatened.
Okay.
And that was a regional war that should not have involved us.
What about Bosnia and Kosovo?
Absolutely opposed to it. And all the Republicans almost were opposed to that. I mean, they even had an they had a suit against Clinton, and that's what George Bush ran against. Non-intervention, they thought that was way too much.
Okay, I'll ask you, what about Vietnam and Korea? Do you think those wars should not have been fought?
Absolutely not. They were, once again, the same arguments, undeclared wars. Our national security was not threatened. We didn't win the wars. A lot of men got killed, and it cost us a lot of money, and we're still in Korea. Makes no sense whatsoever.
World War II?
World War II would be hard to avoid, but you have to understand why World War II was fought, and it was because of World War I. That was a continuation of one war, and we should not have gotten into World War I. Wilson dragged us into that war. The war was almost over, and it was a stalemate, and he wanted to participate in the Versailles Treaty, and that was the disaster. The Versailles Treaty, for instance, designed this modern Iraq and created the problems that we're facing today because of that. But World War I really led to Hitler, and then World War II.
So over the past century, the only war that you would say America should have been involved with would have been World War II?
That was the only one that was justified because we were attacked viciously, and then Germany declared war against us.
Okay.
But if you look at the overall policy, it could have been prevented by us, having a wiser foreign policy earlier on.